Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my video. This is going to be one of my first digital planning videos, the first digital planning video, basically. And what I want to do is kind of go over and show you a digital planner that I created. So I ended up coming across a video on YouTube that was recommended to me of someone doing some digital planning, and I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? So I clicked on it, I watched it, I started learning how to do it myself, and I spent some time during the pandemic creating my own digital planner. So now I kind of just want to show you what I created because I love this thing. I'm enthusiastic about it, and I just want to share in case, it's something someone else might be interested in and want to look into and figure out how to do themselves. So let me go ahead and open it. The program that I use to create my digital planner is Keynote, which every iPad and iPhone come equipped with Keynote. So I did this on my iPad, and I use GoodNotes, which is a note-taking app, and there are other ones like Notability and I'm pretty sure some other options, but the most popular are Notability and GoodNotes that you can use for note-taking. I used Notability when I was in college, actually, but that was before I knew anything about digital planning. So now I'm actually using GoodNotes. So this is the cover. This is what I decided to do as my cover. I wanted to basically, and let me lift this up just so you can see it a little better if need be. But I wanted to cover all the bases. Like, I really just wanted to include everything that I knew that I personally would need. So I did design this planner with myself in mind. So you tap on the planner and it brings you to the first page. So I wanted to make mine realistic. I wanted it to actually look like a real planner. This is the type of planner that I used to use, the paper planner. But I realized that buying paper planners every single year, spending $30+ on planners, stickers, the whole 9 yards, and never ever opening the planner just seemed really silly. So I wanted to stop doing that. And I thought digital planning might be a better way for me to get more into planning and stay consistent with it. And so far so good. Like, I'm loving it. So this has been working for me. Essentially, a digital planner is just a clickable PDF, right? So in Keynote, what I'm doing is I'm designing the different pages. I designed all the elements as well. I drew the planner. I drew the rings, the spiral rings of the planner in Procreate. So Procreate is another app that I use a whole lot on this iPad. And it is a paid app, but it is totally worth the money. So what I did here is I wrote a little note to self. So this is the note that I wrote to myself, and sure, I'll go ahead and read it for you. It says, "If ever there was a time when I didn't appreciate you, I'm truly sorry. You should have always been my #1 priority. For the moments when I put your best interests aside to be validated by someone else, you have my sincerest apology. My loyalty will always be with you first and foremost from this day forward. No one's attention is more important to me than yours. If they don't understand me, forget them. If they don't appreciate me, forget them. If they don't cherish my existence, forget them. I never needed them because I've always had you, and I realize that now. You are my first, last, only, and everything. My ace, my confidant, and best friend. You are the only one whose opinion really matters. I trust your discernment. I surrender to your truth. I welcome you wholly as you are." Signed, Self. So that is the letter that I wrote to myself. And it means a lot to me to open my planner and see that each and every time, because it is just a subtle reminder that sometimes you are all you got, but all the time you are all you need. Over here on this side, I decided to put links. So all of these are links. and they link to each of the monthly pages, monthly calendars actually. It says it right there. But yeah, each of these link to the monthly calendar, so you click on those, you get that. Over here, I put some boxes for my resolutions. So I usually do this at the top of the year, kind of like New Year's resolutions, but I like to put things going into the new year that I want to focus on more, and maybe some things that I want to focus on less. So that's what this is for. The stickers that I've drawn, I use those. So up here, I'll put that I want to do more of this, and I'll use the appropriate stickers for that. And then down here, I put that I want to do less of this, and I use the appropriate stickers for that. So that's what those boxes are. I also have some tabs up here. We got tabs at the top, and we got tabs on the side as well. So at the top and on the sides, let's start with the top. We have the index tab, which will always bring you back to this page. We have the blank paper tab, takes you to the blank paper page. Some line paper, graph paper, and dot paper. And those are all blank pages in case you want to insert more pages somewhere in your planner. And then you have the help section. I haven't filled that out yet, but it's basically going to be in the future, like if I decide to sell these planners, I may or may not. If people are interested, then let me know. Otherwise, I may not. But if I do, this will be the help section. So I'll put like how to use the planner and some helpful tips and links and stuff like that in that tab, under that tab. So on this side, I have all of the months of the year, and a little heart because it's cute. But I have all the months of the year: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And when you click on each of these, it takes you to the first page of the month. So these take you to the monthly calendar. These will put you on the first page of the month. And it's different. The first page of the month is not going to be the monthly calendar. I'll actually show you what it is. Let's go ahead and click on January. So you click on January, it takes you to this page. This is my first page of the month. And when you click on the month itself, it's going to take you to the calendar. So you can click on the tab and it'll take you back to the monthly page. And these are all the links for everything you have under the month. So you click on every month is on the monthly page is going to have a visions link. And when you click on that, it's going to take you in the back of the book to the same page. No matter what month you're on, it'll take you to the same page in the back of the book. And that's kind of where I do like my digital vision boards. So I put to-dos here, things I want to get done that month. I put monthly calendar here, so that's also a way that you can link to the monthly calendar. And then click the tab to get back. There's a wellness page, so I'll go over the wellness page with you. And one of the things I'm working on also is trying to make this planner less laggy. What does that mean? It means when your planner has a lot of lag, that is moving kind of slow. It takes a while to load. So I figured out some ways to reduce that lag and like fix the problem, make it move a little faster, but I just haven't done it yet. So the version that I'm showing you is going to be way more laggy than it should be, but just know it gets better. So this is the wellness page. So on this page, what I did was I drew kind of this girl in a tub, and she just represents like my mood. So these are all the days of the month. I put a color map there at the bottom. So on each day of the month, I can color in how I'm feeling. So like if I am feeling happy, then I color the flower for that day yellow. And if I'm feeling good, I color the flower for that day green, so on and so forth. So I pretty much do that throughout the days of the month to keep track of my mood, so I can just take an overall look at this at the end of the month and go, wow, I was really happy that month, or wow, I was really stressed a lot of days out of the month. Or I can look at the specific days that I was stressed and go back to my calendar for that day and see like what did I have going on that was really stressing me out. So I just like being able to keep track of that, and that's why I have that page there. On this side, I put a place to put this month's blessings so I can just keep myself grateful and like remind myself to, you know, experience gratitude on a regular basis and pay more attention to the things that are happening that are good versus the things that stress me out. And then here I have my self-care smoothie, which is something I came up with. I just made it up. I don't know. But I drew a blender and I drew a bunch of little things inside this blender that bring me joy, things that kind of calm me down, relax me, stuff like that. So whenever I am not feeling my best and I need to fill my cup, or my glass in this case, then I come over here to the self-care smoothie and I find something like take a nap or talk to a friend, work out, take a bath, declutter my space. Whatever I choose to do that day, I'll just put like an X over it. And I come over to my cup and fill it up. And then if I need to fill up my cup more, I do something else and fill it up some more. And I just fill it until my cup is full. So that's how I decided to do that. I thought that was cute. I thought it was a clever idea. So next page would be, we can go back to January. Go back to the monthly overview. What I have over here on the right that I haven't talked about yet is my goal map. That's what I like to call it. It is where I write down my goals for the month. So at the top, I will put what my goals are on these 3 sticky notes. And then down here, I will put the action steps, like what do I need to do in order to make this goal happen. And I do that for each of my goals. And then at the bottom, I prioritize. So I actually list like what is the most important to focus on, and then the second most and the third most, so that I know like when things start to bump heads or I have to make a decision between one thing or the other because it's only 24 hours in the day, then I know what needs to come first, like what is the most important. I don't have to decide in the moment because it'll already be on my planner. So that's the goal map. Now I'm going to take you into the first week. And all of these pages are pretty much in order. Besides the visions page, these sections come right behind each other. From wellness, or better yet, from monthly all the way down to finances. For each month, the monthly pages in order will go monthly all the way down to finances. And the fitness pages come right after the week pages. I can show you better than I can tell you. So let's just flip through. And one way to get from the first page to the next is to just slide your finger across. And that's what you can do if you don't want to click around and it's literally the next page that you're trying to get to. So this is the overall monthly calendar. I left the days blank so that I could fill them in myself and I don't have to create a new planner each year. The next year I can use the same planner if I choose to and just fill in the dates for that year. So here, the only things clickable on this page, besides all the tabs, of course, are clickable, will be this month at the top, January. You can click that to get, well, that's not clickable on this page because we're already on the calendar page. But any other page that you're on, you can click this to get back to this page. These are also clickable. These 5 boxes on the far left are going to be clickable because these are what are going to lead you into your weeks. So I like to know what week of the year I'm in. So what I normally do is I start numbering my weeks, like whatever the first week is where January begins, probably here. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then each calendar you continue. So I know like how far into the year I am based on what week it is. And you can click on those to take you to the weekly view. But I'm just going to slide across so we can go through all the pages. So we already covered the wellness page. Right after the wellness page would be that first week of the month. So this is the first week of the month. And here is how I like to look at my week. What I did was I put the times of the day here. So I started with 4 a.m. up here and I ended with, you can't see that, huh? Let me zoom out. But I started with 4 a.m. up here. and I end it with 4 a.m. down here. So all hours of the day are covered, and I'll show you eventually I'll show you what I did with mine, how I use this, like how I use that schedule in this week and this whole setup. And then at the bottom is where I like to put my to-dos for the day. I love me a to-do list, okay? And I love being able to check these whenever I accomplish something. So I also created a Sunday start and a Monday start version of this. So I like my week to start on Sunday. So that's what I use. But I created a Monday start too in case I change my mind. And then up here is where I put the number of what week it is too. So like I was showing you on the monthly calendar, if I put that like this is the first week or whatever on here, I'll also put first week so I know what week it is when I click on them, because clicking around can be confusing if you don't label the page. So it's a space over here to add some extra notes if you need to do that, or play around with your stickers, or however one would fill in their planner. Have so many options of what you can do with this page. And then right behind that is going to be the fitness page. So when you click on the fitness page under the January outline, it's just going to take you to the very first fitness page. So that links you to the first one. But all the fitness pages are right behind the weekly page. So this will be week 1, fitness week 1, week 2, fitness week 2 is how that's set up. So on the fitness week, I still have the week number up here so you can label it and know which week you're on. And then over here is where you can plan out your meals, something I love to do. So Saturday through Sunday, I can write, or I guess it goes this way, Sunday through Saturday, I can write what I have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack to keep track of that. And then on this other side, I have my workout plan that I would normally put here. I'll just kind of make like a quick note of like what I did that day. If I did like 20 sit-ups, 80 crunches, 200 squats or something like that. Or if I actually went to the gym, I'll put what machines I use so I can know what I'm doing and if it makes sense. And then I keep track of my weight here. I measure that every week on Saturday, so I put it at the end of the week. Here I use the help of my phone, and I'll write in like how many steps I took that week. I like to keep track of my steps and how much water I'm drinking. So I'll fill these in. I just use a color and color it in whenever I drink some water. These represent for me 8 ounces because I'm supposed to have, 8 ounce glasses of water a day. So try saying that 5 times fast. But every time I drink 8 ounces, I'll color it in blue and keep track of that. And then I keep track of how many hours I slept as well. And I get all that information, well, as far as the steps and the hours of sleep, I usually get from my phone, like the health app on my iPhone. So that helps a whole bunch. And then I'm going to fast forward to, well, actually, let's go back to the index. So I don't have to swipe. But the very last page of the month is going to be finances. So finances would just come after the last week's fitness page. And this is where I keep track of my finances. So probably my favorite page because it's the most needed. So on this side for January, I do monthly income, and I put enough spaces for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sources of income because I think that's about what we should all have, to be honest, in this day and age. So enough spaces to put all your sources of income, your net income, add it up, know what you have, fixed expenses. So everything that pretty much stays the same every month that I have to pay, like the cable bill, for example. Savings, any amount of money that I'm actually able to save up. I like to record that here at the end of the month. And then I'll put like the savings, which savings account, like if I have more than one, I'll put the savings account there and then how much I save. And then the variable expenses are things that can change month in and month out, like gas money or food. And I'll put those things here, how much I budgeted for it, how much I actually spent. And then over here, I record my debts. So I'll talk about like how much I owe, who I owe, what was the starting balance, how much I paid that month, and what my balance remaining is, and then the total. And then down here, I'll do a bill tracker. So if I have a bill, when is it due? What is it for? How much is it? And then I have each month here: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And whenever I actually pay it, I can put a check in this box. I can color in this box. I can put an X in this box. Whatever I want to do to let me know that I paid it for that month. That is the budget page. And that is it for the month. And then you end up going into the next month. So I'm going to show you the blank paper so you know what that looks like. Just a page like this, and you can always make a copy of this page if you're using if you're using GoodNotes. Then you can always go up here where it says like add a page. Let me make sure you can see that. But up here where it says to add a page, you would just click on that. And then it would come up and you would click current template. And it would duplicate that page for you before or after the current page. Or you can put it as the last page. Totally up to you wherever you want to put it. And it will not affect the links. So that's how I set that up. And then you also have some line paper. You have some graph paper. And you have some dot paper, which is really cool. I like the dot paper. It's kind of in right now. And again, this will be the help page when I decide to add those details in there. And this is my vision page, technically. This is where I would write all of my vision boards. This is where I would create my vision boards in the back of my book. These other icons that are on my desk are this little pen, and this pen is going to lead to my clipboard, and that's where I do my brainstorms. So whenever I have ideas and I want to write them out, sketch them out, brainstorm, I brainstorm a lot. So like it was necessary for me to have a section to brainstorm. One thing I decided to do was like brainstorming my social media, for example. And I think I have that in here. Yep, let me show you. So this is the template that I did for my social media. The personal one, I haven't really completed that. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with it, but this is a better one. This is what I'm gonna do for my Lex Vanguard Instagram page. And I just created this template and I was able to save that so I can use it every time. And that's something I could show you in a later video. But I created this where I know which account is for, the theme, the background I'm gonna use, and I put like the days of the week when I'm going to post: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then what I'm going to post on that day and what I'm going to do for my highlights. So that's something that I like to use the brainstorming page for. And then you can always click index to get back to the index. And then next would be these little sticky notes over here on the side, which I like to use for my Bible study notes. I do a virtual Bible study with friends on Saturday afternoon, morning afternoons. And I just put like the verse, and I put some of the notes from the verse there. And I'll even add other things on the desk, other stickers, and just use it however I choose to use it for the notes. But yeah, that's what I use that for. And you can use it for pretty much anything that you want to make additional notes about. I just wanted to create multiple ways to write notes because I like notes and I write a lot. I write a lot of notes. So this phone over here, can you guess? Maybe, maybe not. I'll tell you. This phone over here is your contacts. So this is where I put my loose contacts. So if I'm just jotting down something real quick, or I'm doing something work related, Then I would just go ahead and jot down real quick the name, address, phone number, email, Instagram handle, and birthday. And I just created 2 sides of that. And normally what I'll do is jot it down here, and then later I go and put in my computer or my other contact list. So this is like a quick jot down, or if I have specific contacts for like a certain event or certain whatever it is that I'm doing, then I can just write that in there and hit index to get back to the index. So the last thing I'm going to show you is a page that is kind of hidden. There's no link to it, and I did that intentionally because I didn't want it to be easy to find for someone who does not own this planner. But it is the page right after this page. So if you just swipe, it's going to take you to your password keeper. And here is where I would use my stickers. I have some different stickers I made for this, but I would put like my Twitter sticker, Instagram sticker, email sticker, or whatever the case, and then you put my username and my password so I can keep up with them. So there's no link to get to this page, but I own the planner. If you own the planner, you know that it's the page right after this page. So that is my digital planner, and I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited about this creation. I'm gonna show you real quick before I let you go a page that I've already planned out, just so you can get an idea of how I use my schedule. Hopefully it's nothing too personal on this page. If it is, pretend like you didn't see it. But this is pretty much what I do with mine. So I just use the text for the most part. Like I said, I write in my week. So I use the pencil and write my week there. And I write like the day of the week here at the bottom, just so I can keep up with what day it is. And then all throughout here, I use the text tool and I just kind of type in what I have going on for the week so I can keep up with it. And this kind of represents my free space until further notice. Especially when I have like meetings, when I have clients, my PR clients book meetings, then I'll just delete the yellow box so I know that that's booked and the other ones are still free. So I kind of just created like my own system of how to use this to work for me, so that I know like what my routine is for each day, but then also where I have time to kind of play around with or get some of the to-dos done, like here that I list at the bottom of the page. So like stuff that I can insert somewhere else and like get done even though I have a schedule already established. So that's how I use that page. I want to show you also real quick my mood for this page. I haven't done all the days yet, y'all, but this is how I color them in for the days that I did do. I have some stickers I can use as well. So for these two, I actually just used the stickers and laid it over the day and then just take my pencil and rewrite the day on top. But you can also just use your pencil, pick the color and then color it in, and then take the black pencil and write the date back on top. So that's pretty much how I use that. But I'm going to let you go now because I've been talking your head off for such a long time, and that is my planner in its entirety, and I love it, and I hope you love it as much as I love it. But either way, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for allowing me to share my planner with you. I hope that you were able to take something away from it or really just enjoy the experience with me. And I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so whenever I do other digital planning videos, you can share that experience with me as well. Maybe pick up a few gems along the way, who knows? And if you have questions, let me know. Write those down below in the comments. But definitely subscribe to the channel if you're interested, and I will see you again soon.